Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how you can create a notifications database in Notion which you can connect via Automate.io or Zapier to your Twitter account and have all your Twitter mentions sent to this database, which will help you keep an overview over all your mentions and don't miss any in the sea of all your liked posts and everything like that. To do this, we are going to first create a database. And I'm not going to call this notifications because I already have a notifications database in my space and it would get confusing. So let's just call this tweets. Then we have the name property. I like to add a platforms property because I want to use this database for other things other than Twitter as well. So we're going to choose, we add Twitter in here so we can later choose that every tweet has the tag Twitter. Then we have a property for whether or not you have actually replied to the tweet. So you can obviously call this done, for example, if it's just about whether or not you have done anything with the tweet. And then we want, or I want to know the tweet URL if I want to go back and open the tweet. So we're going to add a URL field. And I also want to know who the tweet is from, and I'm just going to call this property from. Then we go over to Automate.io. With Zapier, it's the exact same process, but I've already used my free SAP, so I'm going to use Automate.io. And you just click on bots. In Zapier, it would be create SAP. And I already have one here, that's the one I use, but we're just going to create the same one again so you can see how to do it. You're going to create bot, and first we need to choose the app in which an action or in which a trigger happens so the bot can take action, and this one is Twitter. If you do this for the first time, at some point in the process you're asked to authenticate yourself both with Twitter and with Notion, and you just have to follow the steps they tell you so Automate.io or Zapier can access your Twitter and your Notion account. So we have chosen Twitter. Now we choose the trigger event. In this case, we want to choose new mention. Every time you're mentioned, we want something to happen. You can also do this with a new follower, a new tweet in your list, something like that. Sadly, you can't choose it for everything you add to bookmarks. That was a bot I was looking for, but that's not possible at the moment. So we're going with the new mention. And then we're going to choose the app where the action is supposed to happen, and this is Notion in this case, and the action is add database item. So every time there's a new mention in Twitter, it is sent to your database and it is a new entry is created. So that's why we choose add database item. Now we have to choose the database, and we just called this one tweets. As you can see, it's already here. Then we can choose what we want to have input in the database. Then this one is for the body of the page, so it's not a property, it's what's inside the page. And I like to have the tweet text in here as well. So I'm just going to choose tweet text. Then for the tweet URL field, we are going to use the tweet URL, that's what we want there. For platforms, we want to have always Twitter. Then reply, we leave that empty because that's a checkbox you have to check or you want to check. Then from, here I want to see the display name, so use a display name. And I also want to see the Twitter username, but I want to see it in brackets, so I add a bracket. Then choose, where are we? Choose Twitter username and close the bracket. So, and for the name in the database, we are going to choose the tweet text as well, so we can easily see what it is. So it's kind of redundant to have the tweet text here and here, but I just like to see it in the page as well again. So we're just going to save it. So as you can see, since we just set up the database or the bot, there aren't any new mentions. So I'm going to show you my personal notifications database rather than the one we just created. So there is actually something in there. So here you can see the tweet text. It says platform is Twitter. I haven't done anything yet with the tweet. Here's the tweet URL and here is who it's from. As you can see here with F, you can see here's her Twitter name. It's different from her Twitter username. So that's why we have both, so I can see both. For other people, there isn't a difference really, but sometimes the display name is different than the username, so I want to see both. That's how you can easily set up a notifications database in Notion. I will do another video maybe next week about how you can add other notifications into your database, but I'm still waiting for a program I'm using right now to become public. So we'll do that then, but for now you can at least add your Twitter mentions into your Notion database. And that's it for the video. I hope you have a great day. Bye!